Hey guys, Dan here, aka Wolf, and last week I posted an update about my feelings on the HBO series. But as fate would have it, HBO dropped a whole lot of new casting news on the very same day. So first things first, they've cast Con O'Neill, the first Earl of Tyrone, to play Bill. And even though he lived 460 years ago, I guess they worked out things so that's not gonna be a problem. While it's heartbreaking that Bill's actor won't be W. Earl Brown, I'm willing to give this Con O'Neill guy a chance. I'm happy that the character is still in the story they're gonna tell, since imagining The Last of Us without him just seems wrong. On our Discord, Gleam and Resonate pointed out that Bill's actor played those The Last of Us video games and was pretty blown away by him, and that's just the kind of thing us fans like to see. And speaking of Bill, they cast Murray Bartlett as his boyfriend Frank, which is pretty interesting, because the whole impetus for Bill's big message to Joel about not caring about someone because it'll get you killed is because Bill was abandoned by Frank, who basically told him to fuck off in a letter before he got himself bit and did himself in before he could turn. So did they cast this hunka burning love just to play the corpse that Bill cuts down? Or is Frank still gonna be alive in the show? Or maybe they're gonna show flashbacks or something, who knows? But it's all real interesting. They cast our boy Jeffrey Pierce, you know, Tommy's voice and mocap actor, to play some recurring role named Perry, described as some kind of rebel in a quarantine zone. Now when I hear rebel and quarantine zone, I automatically think Firefly, which would be pretty cool considering Tommy used to be one of those too.
That's a valid point.
On a recent episode of the To All the Films I Judged Before podcast, Jeffrey told Lily Kay and Katie that he's read some of the scripts, which he described as breathtaking, reassuring fans that the tone and texture of The Last of Us video games is certainly in the show. And other good news, it's been reported across news outlets that HBO's The Last of Us series may be among the most expensive shows ever made, with a budget estimated by Calgary's news outlets to exceed $10 million per episode, which would make this thing more expensive than Game of Thrones, which is exciting when you think about all the clickers, the bloaters, turning entire cities into ruined, overgrown worlds. This all makes for exciting news, and it's great that HBO was willing to go double or nothing on this whole thing. Lastly, they finally cast our girl Tess, and even though I ain't never seen Torv in anything before, that's very exciting news. Most folks seem to know her from the show Fringe, but the cooler news is that she played the main character in a 2007 video game called Heavenly Sword for the PlayStation 3, making Anna Torv a Sony alumni long before The Last of Us was ever thought of. And that's pretty awesome if you ask me. And for those of you who may be wondering why I'm talking like this, you must not come by my Twitch channel very much, where I've been doing a whole cast of characters ever since the beginning. So it's really weird to see these YouTube comments of, why you talking like that? And I'm like, you never visit me on Twitch, you fair weather fan. So you're probably gonna see different videos done in different styles and in different characters, as well as my normal narrating voice when appropriate for whatever video I'm working on, as it strikes my mood and seems fun to me to do. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna get pretty bored with this whole YouTube thing, especially if I can't be myself and make the kind of videos I enjoy making. Anyway, if this video meant something to you, you can help me build something great by subscribing and sharing the good vibes and good spores of this content across the four corners of the internet. You can stay connected by joining my Discord and chatting it up with me and other members of the Wolf Pack, where we're always keeping it positive and focusing on the fun. Just click on the Discord link in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Show me pictures of the creatures in your Wolf Pack. And don't forget that I got other videos that may provide you with something you didn't know you were searching for. Until next time, I'll catch you in the wilderness of the mental.
Oh no, I gotta blow the duck's ass.